Hello, what's up guys? It's Curtis, or ThatOneTryHard here. Welcome to the part 2 of the My Life Story video. This video will consist of interviews. The people I will be interviewing in this video are the owners of WINGU, the owners of OFN, and some of my close friends. I'll be getting their thoughts and opinions on guilds, certain drama, and my video. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Also, if you're watching this video and going through something right now or just need someone to talk to, you can always reach out to me. My Discord will be in the description, and I know things do get hard, but trust me, things get a lot better. Well, I hope you all have a great day and enjoy the video. Okay, so my first interview is going to be with Coastland, the owner of the WINGU Guild. Okay, what was your first thoughts and impressions of me?
Are we talking like in game or as a person?
We'll do both. So first in game, because I knew I had a bad reputation.
Uh, okay, in game, like I think it was like 2017 or 2018.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of a newbie,
Yeah.
if I do say so.
Yeah, okay, bud.
And and then we got in that one duel, and you like broke your rod. I was like, fucking sweat, you broke your rod. And then I taught you the infinite rod glitch, and then you got good. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and then as a person, like the first time we talked, I was like, damn, this guy is fucking so nice. He's awesome.
I
And
remember it was really awkward the first time we talked. Because you invited me to play UFC with you and Gant, and we went to the private channel, and I was just like, because I used to watch you on stream a lot, so I was like
yeah,
freaking out, and I was like, oh, what
yep.
do I say?
Yeah, you did okay. You did good though. I was like, okay, this guy is definitely he's the nice guy. I like him. And then talked more, and then he was like, yeah, you're co-owner now, guild.
Yeah,
Very very good.
very, very good. Okay. Did you watch my video?
The one you just posted?
Yeah.
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
Okay. What did you think of it?
It's pretty well made. I like your background gameplay switching up.
Yeah, you know. Okay, I tried to record Minecraft, but like my computer sucks, so
Yeah,
it
it's
just
fair.
didn't. And then I was like Cuphead, and then like I would get frame skips, which just made the boss battles really difficult. I'm like, I'm just going to Showdown, dude. This is the easiest thing to record. Um.
That's fair. But
Okay.
like the actual content in the video,
Mhm.
I learned quite a bit about you that I did not know, and it helped me like develop you as a person in my head. And I appreciate like the advice you gave to other people
Yeah.
about like life and stuff. It was cool. It was a good video. I liked it.
Thank you. Um. Okay. What was Wingu to you?
Okay. Okay. It started off as like the supposed chill, not sweaty guild filled
Mhm.
with like just my friends and close friends.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to run a guild, and I kind of just started accepting all these random, like not random, but like sweaty high stars that are like stats, Minecraft stats.
Yeah.
And once it developed into like a sweaty guild doing GVGs, I was like, this is not what I wanted. I wanted
Mhm.
it to be no sweat, no grr, no drama. But then it became like the most drama filled guild at the time,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck it, this is not worth it.
Yeah. It
So
definitely didn't help that your computer broke around the same time.
that yeah, that kind of sucked. That was not good.
Cause
But
then,
yeah,
yeah, Pi was the owner, and that just, yeah, you know.
everything went a little downhill.
Yeah. Why did you ask me to join Wingu at the time?
Uh, I knew you were like a more chill guy that didn't care about stats as much, and we were decently close-ish, I guess. We talked a few times, and I was like, you know what? Might as well ask people in Guild if they want to join me, because it'll be like a less toxic environment. And you accepted, and I was like, hell yeah, another
Yeah,
member.
let's go.
Yeah.
Um, you've sort of already touched on this, but were you happy with Wingu?
The first like 2 weeks, yeah, but after that, I was like, okay, this is dumb. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Met a
Now,
lot of cool people there though.
yeah, so did I. Like, they definitely like reached a lot of the community and like
Hmm.
got to meet a lot of cool people. Um, what do you think of Minecraft guilds in general?
Um, well, there's a lot of different kinds of guilds. Obviously, there's like the sweaty guilds, and then there's the friend guilds, and then there's the fucking meme guilds. President Bob. But like they kind of like establish friend groups in a way, whether or not like it's a sweaty guild or something like that. Like
Yeah.
Monkey, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like Monkey is it's a pretty big friend group. Like a lot of the people in there, they interact with each other in chat and in like voice.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes for like Jill. A lot of Jill people talk to each other,
Yeah.
and I feel like it kind of like cuts people off ish from other groups, if that makes sense. I
Yeah,
kind
like
of
they get in like their guild and that becomes their friend group and they don't really expand past that and it just sort of like
yes,
stays the
yes,
same. Yeah.
that.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. That's basically it. There's one last question.
Yeah.
Why was I kicked from the WINGU Discord?
Fuck you. Okay. Oh my. Okay.
You know I had to
God
do
damn
it
it.
too.
Oh my god.
So now we're here with PJ IGN Boza, right? The
Yeah.
owner of OFN. Okay. So first off, what were your first thoughts and impressions of me?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, first time I ever talked to you, I'm pretty sure it was about when Wingu was like disbanding or kind of getting to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I knew about you was you were friends with Dawson, and I kind of knew Kyle, not for the right reasons though. We
Yeah.
talked a lot of shit about Kyle. Um, and we just like we saw you as someone who we were like, okay, well, Wingu's going bye. Let's recruit him before Jill. So that was kind of like
Yeah.
the backstory of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you watch my video?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What did you think of it?
It was I don't really know. I mean, it was really it made me happy and like prideful for you because
Okay.
I can't imagine like that's a lot to talk about and to sum it up and be comfortable enough to be able to post that online to like people that like some people that you just don't even know
Yeah.
and some people that you probably don't want knowing all that stuff about you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot and it's definitely it shows you have a lot of character, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I definitely have my guard up now because I know that makes me vulnerable and people might use it against me. But like,
for sure, yeah.
yeah, like if they're gonna do that, like really, like I said it, like do you not think it's
Yeah,
not gonna
you
affect me?
you
Like,
can't
you're
really,
not
yeah.
exposing anything. Like,
Hmm.
like, okay. Next question. What is OFN to you?
OFN for a lot of years has just been basically my community, like my friend group, I guess. It started as a group of friends who just, it started with me and George. We were just like, hey, let's make a guild. So we brought Asa
Mm-hmm.
along with it. We had Misfit as well, a couple other old people that aren't in OFN anymore. But no, it started because the guild that we were in before had disbanded. We're just like,
Oh.
okay, let's make one. Let's take over the leaderboards and whatnot. So we did that. It didn't go as we planned, to be honest. Like we planned it to be a really big guild, and it just didn't work out like that. So it was a friend guild for a couple years. Then we all
Mm-hmm.
kind of just quit, and then late 2018 into start of 2019, we all decided to come back to Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of what OFN is today.
Yeah.
It's more of an actual competitive game, which is what we always wanted it to be. And there's definitely pros and cons to that, but I'm overall happy with it. I've made friends with a lot of people. Like obviously, I wouldn't have met you if it wasn't for
Yeah.
that. So no, it's nice. It's what I always wanted, I guess. So I got what I wanted.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Um, Now, if I have this correct, this OFN originally started as a Mega Skywars guild. Like,
Yeah,
and
we were
then,
all Mega players. Obviously, Mega died, so we all
mhm.
quit. And then, yeah, now we are.
What brought you to UHC? Was it just like the competitiveness, or?
I played UHC, but okay, so before I quit Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
which was like 2018, 2017, I played with a friend named Eights. He's a really old UHC player. Not a lot of people liked him, but
Yeah.
I liked him. He was really
He
funny.
got me banned for verbal abuse.
That's pretty funny.
So this was on the Snow DM map in 2017. I was
Mhm.
Anon at the time. Like, this is a long time ago. He
Yeah.
glitched up into the top area and just bow swinging with a flame bow. And Misfit was messaging me, and I'm like, I'm messaging a mod. I'm gonna get him banned. And he's like, no, please. If he gets banned, he's gonna kill himself. And I said, I don't care. And they took that out of context. Like, it's like, I don't care what he does. Like, I'm getting him banned sort of thing.
Reported it.
And they just took the I don't care if he kills himself sort of thing out of context, reported it, and that mod that I was messaging banned me
Jesus
for
Christ.
2 weeks for verbal abuse.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that.
So, yeah, my first ever UHC experience on Hypixel, that is, because I was a bad Lion player. I played all that, but on Hypixel, first experience I ever had was with Chima and Eights. They carried me. Like, the first UHC I ever played, I actually won, but I was not contributing at all. So, yeah, but that was my first experience. That didn't really bring me much. And then when I got back into Minecraft as a whole, we didn't really have much to do. And Asa had started playing a ton of UHC. So I kind of was just like, okay, I may as well then, because that happened. And one of the biggest parts that I think I'm so into UHC now is because when we were recreating OFN, we never planned on it to be a UHC guild. It just happened, and like we gained so much traction. Like, one of my biggest brags is that we got #1 UHC guild within 3 weeks. That's insane. So we were that's kind of what brought me into it. So yeah.
Okay. Now, people often say that OFN is the problem with this community. Do you think that's true?
So I can't say no to that, because we are a toxic bunch, and I will not ever deny that.
Okay.
I always say that, like, whenever I'm in calls with people, they don't realize, like, that we're all human beings too. Like, we're not actually complete assholes. So in game, we are pretty mean, and like, you can hear me smiling right now. It's bad. I'll give you that. But no, I think in my opinion, truthfully, we are all here just to have fun just as much as any other guild is. And although we are toxic, although we arguably ruin the game sometimes, it's for enjoyment to an extent. There are some things that I don't agree with that happens, and I try and stop that, but obviously I can't always. There's always gonna be people that just take it too far, and that's not really in my control. So I like, I'm guilty of it too. So don't get me wrong, but there's always it's always gonna be a toxic-ish community. But that's just what UHC is.
Whenever there's a competitive game, there's always a toxic community surrounding it.
For sure. So do I think OFM brings negative to UHC? I don't think it necessarily is completely negative. I think there are negative aspects, but I also think there are a lot of positive aspects. Because one of my favorite parts of UHC and like the guild in general is the competition, because there's really not any other guild that was competing against Guild besides us, and I mean WINGU for the short span, but
Rip, dude.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's like, it's not just about the game, more about the personalities, the people that you meet and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. One last question. Is there anything else you'd like to say to anyone that may be watching this?
I think that people need to give other people breaks more. Like, I think you need to learn more about someone before you judge them completely. Because I know I've done that a lot to a lot of people in the past, and I regret that. And I hate when people do that to me. So that's one big thing. And I think that's also a big thing that you are trying to portray in these videos. So yeah, it's
to be more
just
positive and don't just judge a book by its cover. You never know what
yeah,
people go through.
just
And
like learn more about someone before you completely go crazy on them, because you never know what's happened to them, you know?
And now we are here with Pido, or George,
Hello.
an ex-owner of the OFN Guild.
Of course.
Okay.
So where should we begin?
What does OFN mean to you?
What does OFN mean to me? So OFN, we did initially begin as a small little friend group, and we was like really innocent. We had our little team speak. We just frequently play Skywars or so. We also had our little events. We just watch movies. We do karaoke's, play SMPs. It changed into something I didn't really want it to turn into. What it did begin with was something really pure.
Yeah.
And it was fun to be in. It was like there wasn't much drama. There was nothing. We also didn't have our like fame that we have, like not fame, but we wasn't as known. So we was more just like less egotistical or something, and we was just more just friends, and that was it. OFN now, I feel like it's had a big difference, and it's also had an impact on everyone in OFN who was there in like the start. Because I've noticed by like even myself, I've noticed that I've changed from who I was back in 2017 OFN compared to like 3 months ago when I was asked in OFN. It's the community itself now. It's really changed, and I feel like it's just never going to be how it was in the back in the day, which is it's a sad idea, but I mean that's what it is.
That's.
I don't know. It's changed. Yeah, changed dramatically, which is
because I noticed like recently, like they started caring a lot about stats and leaderboards, and like started getting like toxic about that sort of stuff.
With ranked Skywars and stuff, I've noticed that they're getting like masters and stuff. They're taking it too seriously now, which is something we wasn't like ever expecting to do. But I guess in like November 2018, we did have the idea of becoming more of like a stat-based guild where it wasn't just you'd have to be like you have to be our friend and then you can join and like just play with us. It was more of us having good stats. For example, like we'd had you need to be like 8-star plus or level 200 plus, something like that. And we never, when we started, had that kind of idea or like mindset to play like with people who are like high guild, like high stats players and stuff. So it did change a lot with that. And I don't know, it's taken too seriously now, and there's a lot of competition, and it feels just not as good as it was.
How did you end up meeting the other OFN owners?
So what it was there was actually 4 original owners of OFN. That was being PJ, Acer, Misfit, and myself. And pretty much Acer, PJ, and Misfit, they was in the OGN network, OGN community, which was OG network, and they had their own guild and friends. And me being the Skywars player, I was like fairly known in Mega Skywars. So there was a guild itself called EGA, which was E-Girl Alliance, and there was a lot of like friends that we had in there. Both like there was just Aces, PJs, and Misfits friends were also my friends, so we kind of bonded in that sense. And we'd always talk in their team speak. It was like we were sort of OFN in their own team speak. We were just talking, and we was our friend group, and we'd only go in there to talk to each other and not other people. So us 4, we all met each other. We'd always play together, everything like that. And we had the idea, because Zenection, I don't know if you know who that is, but Zenection was also like an owner of EGA. And we asked him if we could actually have the TeamSpeak, as the TeamSpeak itself was dying because the other people wouldn't join, as it was just us guys. He like respectively like denied that, and we was okay with that, and we made our own TeamSpeak, and we finally branded OFN. It was just us 4 at the start, and then loads of people from EGA did actually come joining us, and because we were such a close friend group, we all just enjoyed playing with each other, and we just kept on building our friend group and making like new friends, and we just kept expanding. That's how I met the other owners.
Where did the name OFN come from?
So it was really kind of made up very quickly. We was thinking just of names on the spot. We were sort of thinking of tryhardy names, so offensive sort of sounds like that. And I don't know, we came up with the idea of it. I think we had something. I don't know if it was like Fury or something. We was gonna have something like that kind of name, but then we all agreed that offensive sounded like a cool name. I guess we all enjoyed like having that name, and plus with Asa, Misfit, and PJ being from OGN, they thought it was cool as well if we had OFN because it sort of sounds the same as well. But I never really thought of that. They just thought, yeah, that's like kind of cool because I was never in their community.
I know you sort of touched on this earlier, but are you happy with OFN today?
I'm not like I can't say that I'm happy with how it is now, as just the community itself has turned toxic, and it's more serious about ranked Sky Wars, and it's not what we like based it off. Like we based off being just friends, we based on just talking to each other, nothing else. Now it's turned into them actually branching out to other people who are actually toxic themselves. So there's people with like bad like past. So I won't name people because I'm gonna just be respected like that.
Yeah.
But they've mixed with the wrong people is what I'm gonna say, and I don't know. I'm not really happy with how that's turned out. I can't say I'm really happy with OFN anymore. Not just because one I got kicked out or anything or ruled out. I wasn't really kicked, but it was just something. I don't know. It's just changed. I'm not happy with how it's like turned into this.
People often say that OFN is the problem with this community. Do you think that is true?
Well, being a problem with the community is something I wouldn't say it is, but there is factors that can lean towards it being a problem. But the idea is, I've noticed that OFN has a lot of Masters players now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say there's any pretend of boosting or cheating going on, but there could be that. I'm not going to say that right now, but I could see why people would think it is a problem in the community, because when it was in the UHC community more, there was Jill, there was WINGU, stuff like that, and they was all saying it was a really big cheater guild.
Yeah.
And we can get onto that later, and we can talk about the cheating.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it was so much of a cheating guild, and there was a lot of legitimate players. Don't get me wrong, but there was a few cheaters, which is the reason it actually got its name for being a cheater guild, because they were actually known players as well, which got a lot of notoriety with the guild, thinking people cheated in it. And yeah, I'm not sure. That was why people thought it was a problem. And then that's what got the name. Like they got the name of being a cheater guild, and that reflected like very negatively on everyone. Yeah. So people thought everyone in OFN, oh, cheater, that's just not a good thing. And that wasn't the actual like the truth about OFN.
Because I remember at the time, like I saw Mufi in OFN, and I was a co-owner of WINGU at the time, and I messaged him like, why are you in OFN? Like that's instantly like has a stigma with it, like you're in a cheater guild, like and I know you don't cheat, so like then I got him to leave because of that, and he joined WINGU.
Yeah, that's something that we didn't really want it to turn into that, but I guess we had to accept it.
How did you guys get into UHC? Because I know you started off as like a Sky Wars guild, if I'm correct.
Yeah. To be honest, we don't really know how we got into a UHC like community. We did start with Sky Wars, and we met a few people who were like linked into the UHC community. We also did like playing UHC. Me and PJ were like heavily like Sky Wars, but Asa and Misfit, they did enjoy playing UHC, and they play it quite a lot. Most of the Sky Wars like community of OFN, they actually did move over to UHC. So people like Eight, people like Bummy, stuff like that, they'd all move over, and they would play Sky Wars. Don't get me wrong, but they would like predominantly play in UHC, which kind of shifted us into that direction of playing. And we started talking to new people, for example, Sam, Theo, and they were like linked into the UHC community, so they knew a lot of like people who would like to join the guild, as it's a new UHC up and coming UHC guild. And we started getting a lot of high stat players, and we noticed that we was actually like climbing on the leaderboard of top UHC wins. And at one point we was number 1, but we was at like number 4, and we was like, okay, we could actually make this into something. We could actually become number 1 for UHC.
Yeah.
So we kept shifting towards UHC and kept shifting. And we like kind of neglected Skywars. As Skywars itself was a dying game mode now. They've lost like half of their player base. Mega Skywars was like, most of us played Mega Skywars, and that was completely like removed now. It was like Mega Doubles or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, they completely changed that. So we all just moved over to UHC, as it was something like, it was a competitive UHC, like competitive PvP game mode. And we was like a lot like competitive, like there was a lot of competitive people in OFN. And we all have like our backgrounds of like PvP and stuff. For example, like me and PJ from like HCF and stuff like that. So we did enjoy playing it. And yeah, we just kept in like getting known because we was like climbing up on the leaderboard. And yeah, that's how we kind of moved into UHC completely.
If you want to touch on this, how did the cheating start?
Okay, cheating. At the start, is Skywars, we was a very most of us were legit. Like, I wouldn't say most of us. Literally, everyone was pretty much legitimate. Like, none of us would use cheats. And we picked up a couple of people from the UHC community who did indeed cheat, and from that, like, a lot of us kind of, I guess, got influenced, and we wanted to cheat because we had our mindsets thinking, oh yeah, everyone cheats in UHC. There's no harm in us doing it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of cheaters. Whilst we was like a UHC guild, there was, yeah, I won't lie about the idea that there was a lot, but people had the idea that we'd like use like ults and B-hop and carry each other, but that was never like a thing that we did. We was mainly just, I guess, closet cheating in quotation. We wouldn't cheat really hard or anything. Myself, I never actually used cheats until I moved over to UHC. The only thing I would use actually is traces. And I pride myself on that. I never really used like any like melee cheats or anything. But I've played since InfDev, which is in 2009, and since then I never used like cheats or anything, which is something like, I don't know, it came onto me. I don't know why I did that, but yeah.
Okay.
And same with PJ and stuff. They'd only use traces. They wouldn't use any like melee cheats or anything. But we've all just moved on to it.
Yeah. Okay, and one last thing. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people that may be watching this?
Should I talk about OFN or
whatever you'd like.
I don't know. I want people to, as I'm not in OFN, I want people to still have respect for the people in OFN, as they are just people. They're not like different. They have some bad past, yeah, okay, but I don't know. Just learn to forgive people, and yeah, I hope Hypixel changes and it becomes something better than what it is now. Hope the community thrives as it's got a new rush of players. So yeah, I have not much to say, as I have quit the game since I got my name blocked, but.
That's unfortunate that they did that to you.
Yeah,
I mean, I could sort of see why, but like at the same time, it's not. Like...
But for playing with it for so long, I don't know. It was really, really random. But yeah, oh well.
Okay, we are back with Dissociation/Scotto. How you doing today?
It's me. I'm great, Curtis. Thanks for asking.
Okay. First question. What were your first thoughts and impressions of me?
I thought you were quiet, and I thought that you would be a good carry for me, because you were just better than everyone else at the game. And I was like, ooh, I can get some free score off this guy. And then I did.
Yeah, okay. So you watched my video, yeah?
Yes, of course.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was already stuff I knew, but some stuff I didn't know. And it was a lot more professional than I thought it was going to be.
Well, okay. You really did it? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool.
I did. I'm going to be honest. I did.
And what exactly didn't you know? Like, I'm curious there.
That you were going downhill when you took a swan dive off your bike.
Okay.
And I didn't know it had anything to do with grass. I knew you got messed up, but I didn't know it was because going downhill on grass and faceplant.
Yeah. Now, what are your opinions on WINGU when it was a guild?
At first,
Yeah.
it was great. It was all the people in the community that like I enjoyed talking to the most.
Okay.
But it slowly went downhill as the drama kept picking up, and then me usually like talking with other people with you, and you getting kind of outcast because of the drama. I separated from them, and it made me quite sad because they are great people.
What are your opinions on OFN?
I think people can do what they want, but cheating in Minecraft is pretty petty. And a guild full of cheaters kind of sus, to be honest. But people can do what they want. I'm not in the competitive scene anymore, so
Okay.
whatever.
One last guild. What are your opinions on Jild?
Who?
Okay. Okay. Do you wanna?
I mean, they were popping off until WINGU happened, and WINGU was just like, haha.
What is your opinions on Minecraft guilds in general?
I think it can make communities,
Okay.
but it can also cause more toxicity because of like guild v guild sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So then there's more of a competitive aspect, and then I feel like people start getting unnecessarily toxic towards each other.
Yeah.
Just because of the guild they're in.
Yeah, that's fair. And like Coastland had mentioned in the intro I did with him, it sort of makes friend groups, and it limits people to those friend groups. Like, your friend group's usually your guild, and you don't really expand beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we known each other?
Since like December 2016, I'm pretty sure. So, coming up on 3 years.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
2016.
It was December of 2016. It was like mid-December.
Really?
We didn't start like actually talking till like mid-January. There was like a solid month where we were just sort of like, yeah.
Yeah. Dang, it's really been that long, huh? Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to anyone that may be watching this?
Curtis is mine. None of you can have him.
Yeah, okay, you're gay. Okay, that's it. Goodbye. And now we're back with Jade, IGN, YN, LM. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
That's great. I'm doing okay myself. I'm just gonna jump into it. First question: what were your first thoughts and impressions of me?
I thought you were really nice and quiet when we first called, and yeah, I didn't hear much about you other than that you're obviously a god at UHC. So
Yeah, of course.
of course.
You watched my video, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think of it?
I thought that you were just really honest in it, and I'm glad you did it because you got your story out there, and hopefully people don't think you're doing it for attention, because I know you're not.
Okay. Yeah. That was one thing I was worried about, is people just thinking, oh yeah, he's just doing it for attention, sort of thing, and trying to use that sort of against me. But I shouldn't care about that stuff because it doesn't really matter. Now I know you're in WINGU for the short amount of time. What were your opinions on the guild?
I liked it, but also disliked it for all the drama that was in it, and just like, I liked the people in it. There was just like way too much drama in it to be fun for everyone. Yeah.
That's fair. What do you think of Minecraft guilds in general?
I don't really have an opinion on them. I only join them if people ask me to, but I don't know. I think it's a good concept of like having a friend group to play with, but also like it could be a bad thing and start drama with people. So
yeah, that's definitely fair. What is your current opinion on the current state of the competitive like Minecraft community? I guess if you call it competitive.
I think it's toxic as fuck, and people need to calm down over Minecraft.
Yeah, people do some really stupid things.
Mhm.
And just for the people, how long have we known each other?
6 months.
Hey, good job. Is there anything else you'd like to say to anyone that might be watching this?
Don't give Curtis any shit because he's the nicest person that I know.
Uh-huh. I mean, yeah, okay.
Fuck you.